And wepa, what's going on, mi gentes? This is Prada Steak episode 4, Cooking in Culture, and I'm so glad you're here to join me on this little journey, and this is going to mean the world to me, so please buckle up and enjoy. So, you ever think about where your love for food came from? And then not just eating food, but I mean the feeling of it, the smell of it, the memories behind it, and the way certain foods can take you back to when you was a kid. Now, for me, it started with my mom's. It started with that old school mentality, clean your plate. Now, in my house, clean your plate wasn't just something your mom said because she was being strict. It just meant something. It meant we didn't waste food. It meant being grateful. It meant something we didn't have a lot of. And so wherever was on that plate, you respected it. So as a kid, I didn't quite understand that. And I knew that the food was good. Rice, beans, chicken, rice, pork chops sometimes, hot dogs, eggs, fried eggs, coffee with crackers, bread with butter from the corner store. Like that was home. That was my home. Now, growing up, my mom cooked whatever she could. And we didn't have a lot of money, so it wasn't like we had all these options, right? So it was always rice, beans, chicken a lot. And but I mean, not in a bad way either. It was the meal, it was our foundation. Now, sometimes it was fried chicken, sometimes it was baked chicken, sometimes it was pork chops, sometimes it was fish, sometimes it was hot dogs and eggs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I know people might hear and say hot dogs and eggs, they think that's a struggle meal. Yes, it was. But as a child, you don't know that. You just know it tastes good. So I remember my mom telling me a story about when, our dad left. And this is something a little personal. And we didn't have money like that. And my aunt, Titi Mildred, came over and she saw us eating hot dogs and eggs again, me and my sister Mama. And my mom was just very emotional about it. And she felt bad. She thought that she was, failing us as a parent. But for me, it was none of that. I was like, it was eating a five-star meal. So hot dogs, eggs, ketchup, maybe some fries mixed in there. Man, that meant everything to me. So, I mean, that's the thing about food though. As a kid, you tasted things before you understood the struggle. So as an adult right now, you look back, you're like, damn, my mom was making some magic out of what we had. So that's where clean your plate came from. That little method. It wasn't about finishing your food. It was about like don't waste what we had. It was be thankful. It was I worked hard to put this food on the table. But the thing is, that trains your brain. And then growing up thinking no matter how much is on your plate, you got to finish it. I mean, this is why now as an adult, I got this dad bod right here. And you're thinking about how much I eat now, how much I got to work out to burn it off. That relationship with food, it related to what I grew up with. And back then, you didn't just question it, you just ate until your plate was clean. Now, clean your plate, like, is what I'm trying to ensure with my family now. Um, and now it's kind of weird because now kids are like, what are you going to eat? This is what do you want to eat? And it's like, no, mom just cooked because she was creative. You know what I mean? She didn't have all these fancy ingredients, and she just knew how to make something taste amazing. Like, for instance, like, for example, she has an amazing, crazy egg salad. I mean, even tuna salad, even macaroni salad, any salad, you know what I'm saying? I want that. I need that. And the first time Wawa had it was way back when. And I had a whole roll. I would order a whole roll with lettuce, tomatoes, a little bit of salt and pepper, and mwah. And now Wawa doesn't have it anymore. So, news to Wawa, please bring it back. I know it's not going to taste like my mom's. My mom's would have salt, pepper, eggs, and love, and a little bit of mayo. And that would make the whole difference. But let me tell you, it's a huge deal when, you know, when your mom makes something for you and you try to recreate that. It doesn't quite taste the same. But, now let's kind of like drift off to breakfast. I remember she used to make her Puerto Rican coffee and have Ritz crackers. And then sometimes she would have the bodega bread and then with the bread and butter and then mix and dip it in. That it doesn't make sense right now, but it is so delicious when you have it. So just keep that in mind. If you want to try that out, let me know. And let me know how it tastes too. Then later on, now I started cooking myself. In the midst of cooking myself, the first thing I ever cooked was a bologna cheese and egg sandwich. And I ate it. The second thing I tried to cook myself was scalloped potatoes with some chicken. And I actually put the raw chicken in the scalloped potatoes before it was cooking and I baked it. That was a little sus. Be honest with you. I didn't understand anyway, but we survived. My mom checked it. It was cooked. She did cut it, all that stuff. And we did eat. But that's the thing. It's memories. It's repetition. It's making mistakes and saying, okay, that worked. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let's try that again differently, you know. But every time you learn something, so that took, a long time to do. Because now as an adult, like cooking feels different. And because now I cook for my family and I cook for other people as well. And I realized that making, I'm not just making food, I'm creating memories and I'm creating a feeling that people probably would never forget. Um, and cooking makes me feel in control, but not in a bad way though, just in a most peaceful way that I'm building something special. And now I got the peppers and all the onions and the seasoning, sofrito and the meat and the rice and the sauce. I feel like I'm an artist right now and looking at all these different flavors and colors and trying to figure out if they come together and what it works. Listen, when everybody's quiet at that table, that's when you know you did something right. That silence is the review. No one has to say nothing right now, but when everybody's eating and nobody's talking, that is the compliment. Then afterwards, they start talking about the food. Who made it? Can I get seconds? Can I take some home? And that's when you know you did your thing, honestly. I remember one time I was cooking for my cousin, Miguel. And well, I have two stories. One with my cousin Miguel and one with my boy Lou. And the first time I cooked for my boy, for my boy, for Lou, was when after I had my surgery in my mouth. And I couldn't eat much of anything. So I was just drinking his shores all the time. And I remember there was this mix I made, and I was like, this may work. And then Lou came over to hang out with me, and he was like, well, what you cooking? I'm like, well, check this out. I put cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, mixed it together, and then I sauteed slash fried and some light oil, some chicken breast, and I cut them things up. Pa, 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 pa. Boil some egg noodles or whatever noodles you have, really, but egg noodles preferably. Mix that shit together with a little bit of sauce, maybe some chicken bouillon. Man, that was delicious. And obviously, I haven't eaten anything in a long time because I had my surgery, and that was something soft. And Lou doesn't eat mushrooms, but when he had that, a little tiny bite, he went back for more. And I was like, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, bro. And I'm not sure if he was lying to me, but he definitely got that. The other time was when I was cooking for my boy, for my not my boy, my cousin Miguel, and I made him Tuscan chicken. And I made it straight from the book. I didn't add any of my flavors to it. That's later on. And I'll tell you about that. But I made him, he was counting his macros. We were into fitness at the time. And I am still I am, but not as much as I should be. And he was blown away by how he went for seconds, he went for thirds. He was eating a lot. And I made it strictly right from the book. Like I had like jasmine rice. I had made it like specifically, I didn't make it with no oils. I made it with straight with butter, a little bit of butter with the rice. I cooked it slowly. Then I had the Tuscan chicken just the way it's supposed to be made, with the tomatoes, with the spinach, with the heavy cream, with the fried chicken, not fried chicken, it was like sauté chicken, but you chopped it up, and then with the garlic and the onions, and oh man, let me tell you, baby, that was so good. It was so good, so delicious. He kept eating, and I was like, there it is. So getting back to that, because those things are, what I'm saying, one and the same. When you're just cooking for one person is different, but now at parties, that can change because you have so many people like trying your food. Because you can have good music, you can have decorations, drinks, whatever it is, but the if when the food is good, people remember that. They remember who cooked, who what kind of combination plate they had, if they went back for seconds. And I remember, excuse me, I remember making food and the people were just quiet. So I made Tuscan chicken for Ashley's party. We had a little party got together for us coworkers, and everything was just perfect the way I made it, and everyone was eating, and no one was talking. Now that's love, and that's respect. And the thing is, as I put my own flavor into things now, I might see a recipe online or Taste Made. I usually use the Tasty app mainly for the base of whatever I'm gonna cook. And I love to add my peppers, my onions, my sofrito, my sazon, I don't really use adobo as much. Lack of a better word, no Goya products, honestly. Except for the sazon. I probably use that, but that's rare, very rare I use that. But that's what cooking is for me. You add something and then you add your little story to it. And that's where my Puerto Rican culture comes in. Now, this episode isn't about my Puerto Rican identity because I think that's for the next episode right now. My culture, and what it derives from. And but food wise, my culture is so in me. I'm so Puerto Rican right now, as you can tell. Rice, beans, chicken, seasoning, sofrito. It's the way we meal prep or stretch out a meal and have leftover is how we feed people. And it's in how we love without even saying it. I mean, just think about that. You know, what is it like? The love is through the stomach or something like that. I forgot the saying. But Puerto Rican cooking, at least when I grew up, is always not always a fancy food, but it's about flavor and making sure people ate. And it was something that just means a lot to me. And that's what I carry with me now. So even when I make something that's not traditionally Puerto Rican, I still bring that flavor with me. So Tuscan chicken, beef stroganoff, meatloaf, and like whatever it is, I'm adding my flavor, I'm adding my spin to it so it could be mine. Because I just don't cook from recipes. Like I cook with love, as my mom would say, always cooking with love. So in my heart, like I feel like I know cooking is one of the deepest ways to love somebody. You're giving your time, you're giving your effort, you're thinking about what they like, what they don't like, you're hoping they enjoy it, you're watching their faces as they take that first bite. Um, and when they like it, it makes you feel good. I definitely know it makes me feel good when people eat and they smile and they give me that look and go, "You son of a bitch, you did a good job." But it's not about showing off, honestly, because I could show up a lot of people, but it's about making the connections. I love even sharing food with my coworkers sometimes. And food brings people together and not pizza at like, this teacher conventions, none of that. But the right food can turn to really good memories. I mean, like it makes you feel safe. It makes you feel at home. And that's what my mom did for me without even knowing it. She gave me memories through food. And now I'm do that for my family. So I think that makes it very special. I take that time for it. By the way, no one's allowed in the kitchen when I cook. By the way, I just want to let everybody know that no one's allowed. Don't bother me. Don't come in. Don't talk to me. So just wrapping it up. So when I think about cooking journey, it's not just about memories. It doesn't start with recipes. Actually, it starts with family. It starts with rice, beans and chicken. It starts with hot dogs and eggs. It starts with coffee and crackers. It starts with cleaning your plate method. It starts with not understanding the struggle, but feeling the love. And now, every time I cook, I feel like I'm carrying that with me. I'm carrying my childhood with me through my son. And hopefully he has a really good palate, by the way. I'm carrying my mom's kitchen. Everything I have in my kitchen now is what she has. I'm carrying my culture, my Puerto Rican culture, as I touch it one more time, and I'm carrying the struggle. You know, I love turning something, all these ingredients into something beautiful. because like building something great isn't like is about the people you're with. You bring people together like that because this is just isn't food. Like food is memory, survival, culture, love, and that moment when everybody gets quiet at the table and they eat and their stomach is filled and they're happy. That's when you know you did something right. So that's our episode. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I'm so happy to have done this episode. I've been waiting a long time. I've either been feeling sick or I was super tired and I wasn't able to get to this, but now I am able to get to this. If you comment, please like, share, whatever it is you guys do to show the appreciation for this channel or my Instagram or my Spotify, whatever it is. I have like a lot of like little gifts I got, you know what I'm saying? So if you guys, I can probably do a drawing or something like that, draw people in some free items I want to give, maybe surprises because I don't want to ruin the surprise. Um, and come and join me on this journey. My next episode is going to be my Puerto Rican identity and culture, as hopefully will be coming sooner than later, just because I want to be able to get my content out there as much as possible. I do it about once a week, so hopefully I can do twice a week, just so I can catch up with all the other episodes that I was promising to do. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. This is Prada's Take, Capi Cool, and I'm out. Peace.